Well, hey, folks. Welcome back to Good Things for Good People, the little tiny YouTube channel with great big dreams of changing the world for good, one view, one viewer at a time. Today, as you can tell, I am still in East Tennessee at the hospital with my father. Things are improving. We've just got a long road to hoe to get back to some kind of good quality of life. But the good news is he's still here and we're still improving. So lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of therapy, but that's what it takes. I have been pretty inactive on YouTube the last couple of weeks, and I do apologize about that. But it has given me a chance to kind of refocus and go through some kind of deeper thought on what I want to do with this channel and what I want to focus on. And it's helped me to kind of embrace the fact that I need to be okay with the fact that I am an automotive guy, but I also want to do this thing on here with the Good Things for Good People channel and improve the world one person at a time. I really want to refocus on that. And I want to actually go back to a conversation that Brian and I had. Brian is from Battlescarred Motorsports, and he and I had an interview that you can find the whole thing here on the channel if you're interested in, about using the automotive world, specifically motorsports, to help people grow and to as almost even a therapeutic kind of thing. And let me play you the clip real quick. So here you go. Here's Brian and I having our conversation.
So
Oh,
you
go ahead.
started this thing a number of years ago. You got into the automotive side of things, and I come from the automotive side of things myself. So I'm very familiar with how that whole thing goes and how the community goes. And when I first saw the video that you did, I think with Hot Shots on the Hot Shots channel with
Yeah.
Matt, um, it immediately clicked to me that it totally makes sense as far as the camaraderie thing goes, as far as the brotherhood of speed goes. It's
hmm
a very similar situation, and I can totally see people who are coming out of that very structured, lots of close relationships, lots of trust, lots of teamwork that you have in the services, and then you're kind of released out into the wild, and you kind of lose a lot of those connections, and how that would really going to the automotive and the racing side that could bring a lot of that back. I could totally see how that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah. And I tell you, it works, man. We it's unbelievable. The friends and the family that we've created doing this has just been unbelievable. And it's all we do is provide. I say all we do, and it's a lot, but it works. We provide the car. We provide all the safety equipment, so socks, shoes, gloves, balaclavas, helmets. We'll feed you home cooked meals. We're not running out to McDonald's or Taco Bell and getting food. We're cooking home cooked meals. We're buying real eggs. We're making meals out there to feed you, and we typically will have RVs on site that we'll rent, so guys and gals don't have to pay for their own lodging. So it's the whole thing. And it changes people because it provides a place where they can go and just completely be themselves. It's a completely new environment. They're stuck with us, you know what I mean? And it just
Yeah.
opens them up. The most closed off people have become some of the most bubbly folks. And for example, the guy that gave us the thought to do all this, Alex, that was the one that was super quiet. And then through him, we met his girlfriend, who's become his wife, who's then become the mother of his first son, and now they're having twins. So we've seen this guy go from this quiet, doesn't know what he's doing in life, to dating, married, kid, and now he's on, 2 and 3. House, stable, great job, great family life. It's like, so it's really cool to
Wonderful.
see someone else's progress in life. You can look back on your own, but to be a part of that in the way that we are, and that we are watching this thing unfold in front of us, it's just really cool to look back on.
I feel like that's a really hugely important conversation that a lot of us don't talk about is how much that sense of community and acceptance and structure and support that we can get out of the racing world can truly affect us way further outside of the racing world. It can change our entire lives. Um, and I think a lot of us kind of take that for granted, and it's something, unfortunately, if you've never been in that world of racing, where you have a racing team or you're out there competing with other people, there's a sense of camaraderie that you get. And as Brian and I were talking about there, like it can be very similar to what people experience when they are in the service, or they are even honestly not even in the service, but if you're on a sports team, if you're playing baseball or basketball or some of those sports that require teamwork, that are not, individual accomplishment based, that they require you to count on and lean on somebody else. You develop relationships there that can go much further beyond whatever it is that you're doing, whatever that sport is or whatever that activity is. And I think we have done ourselves a disservice with our society lately with the fact that we have stopped focusing on a lot of that stuff. We have stopped enabling a lot of that stuff. Now, a lot of it's also because of, the world we have now post-COVID is a different world than we had pre-COVID. The before plague and the after plague, it's a different world. It's a different place. Racetracks, a lot of those places took a huge hit. Anything that had a large quantity of people that were going to be there took a huge, huge hit. And a lot of them didn't come back. A lot of them are still struggling. And a lot of us didn't ever really go back to that stuff that we were doing before. You could see it all over the place. If you just go out to a restaurant or a movie or whatever, there are not as many people out and about doing things that we used to do as there were before. And that is a function, or that is actually affecting our ability to develop friendships and develop support networks and develop environments that are supportive of and will help us grow and be positive, good people. And I think it was an important part of the conversation. That's why I wanted to highlight it here as I'm kind of going back through that process to me. So I just wanted to show that again. And I think it's something that we all need to really discuss about what we can do to bring people out of their shells. He was talking very specifically about one specific person that came to him with Battlescar Motorsports, and he was a very kind of closed off, protected kind of person. And then once he kind of was around those guys and he saw what he could be, and he saw that he didn't have to have that armor on the whole time. He could let that down. It helped him to develop a relationship, and it helped him to improve not just at the track, but it actually improved his entire life and incrementally has become much, much better. And I think that's something I really want to focus on with this channel. I think that is a beautiful example of exactly what I want to do with this. For those of you who are new here, welcome to the channel. What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to build a community of like-minded individuals that are positive, that are supportive, that are encouraging, trying to focus on the good in the world and not the negative, and utilize all of the tools that YouTube gives us here to be able to network and grow a community, but also to be able to generate revenue off of these videos that we can then use to do great things for other people. Now, whether we use those things for to help support one charity or another charity, or maybe do a monthly different thing, it really kind of depends. The nice thing is, because we're building this community, it can be whatever we choose it to be. There's no rules or regulations on what we're going to do. We're going to make the money off of YouTube purely from people watching this video, and then we could choose what we want to do with it. And I think this has got a lot of potential. I think it's got a lot of great ideas to be able to do this. We just got to really keep focusing on it. But I think the conversation that I had with Brian is part of why I really want to do this. I really want to make this happen, and I really want to make this work. I do actually kind of want to lean into maybe even trying to get involved in maybe one of these Chump Car Challenge type things myself, or 24-hour lemons or whatever, and maybe help field a car and see if we can put some people in it that are in the same kind of a situation. So, it's something that I could totally see this channel being involved in that kind of a thing in the long run. So, real quick video today, guys. I just wanted to say, hey, I hope you're doing well. We're improving. That's a step in the right direction. Just keep taking those steps. So, thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of jazz. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.